Alright, well, our visiting motor that came over from Knoxville that had an issue with the oil filter getting put in backwards is all healthy and scheduled to head out of here tomorrow. So we'll fire it up one more time. And she sounded pretty good now. So we made a few videos because this motor came. One is showing the bare bones diagram at the bottom. We did the video on how the oil flows. That was pretty cool to see how the oil flows around inside these motors. Did one to approximate your connecting rod bearing wear. And then also like a little montage there of reassembling and doing all the work for that so folks could see that in high speed. But it got me thinking, because I went through all this motor, and then I started getting some comments from folks about, you know, they might have turned theirs around backwards or they know somebody that did, etc. I got to thinking about it and I was like, well, you know, I make oil covers, so I could probably do something with these oil covers that I make to prevent that filter from getting turned around backwards. So let's scoot over here and look at these oil filters that I just finished up a batch of. Alright, so if we look at the last batch of oil filter covers that I finished up, and these things take forever to make, so I don't make them that often anymore, but when I make them, I'll make 10 or so as folks are asking for them, and then I'll make a few extras so they'll be available next time somebody wants one. But these with the gauge on them, this is the first gen, second gen with the gauge, those are pretty simple. If you turn your filter around backwards and you got an oil pressure gauge, when you fire it up you won't have any oil pressure, so you'll know something's wrong. If you had it before you changed the oil and now you don't, you're going to know you put your filter in backwards. Well, what about the ones that are plain, you know, more like the OE ones that don't have a gauge on them? What do you do for that? You can't really see the pressure and you don't know if it is or not. Well, I got to thinking, I was like, well, you know, since I make these things and there's plenty of meat in this aluminum right here, I can just add a post right here to the back, and what that'll do is prevent that filter from getting put in the wrong way, because the hole goes towards the cover and that little post only allows it to go in that way. So that's a new little design that we added to our ones that don't have pressure gauges on them. And so then now we can 100% sure that whoever buys one of these right here, they're never going to have to worry about which way does this thing go when I put it in, because it will not go in the wrong way. So we got a new little thing that's for our oil filter covers, and like I say, going forward all of them will have that little post on them instead. If they don't have the gauge, then you'll be able to know 100% sure you won't ever have to worry about it again. Alright, well, a new improvement for our oil filter cover making, and hopefully folks that buy these will really like that little post, because then you don't have to worry about it again. Well, alrighty, well, thanks for watching.